I'm here in Fermoy outside of Abbeyville House where 56 migrants are set to move in over the next few days. Fermoy already has 3 refugee centres and is pushed to its limits, so I've come here today to talk to some of the locals and ask them what their concerns are about this development.
No one denies the fact that we should be welcoming in legal asylum seekers who are fleeing desperation and war, but the problem is our system has been hijacked and we have a lot of illegal asylum seekers, and it seems like the government has abandoned all pretences at operating a secure border, which is very concerning for all of us in the town, where there have been a lot of attacks on women lately.
There's a lot of worry and fear around the town at the moment as to who they are and where they're coming from. All we're being told is that there is 56, they're undocumented, unvetted, and everybody's a bit upset and a bit worried and trying to get more answers and more information about what is happening.
I think it's absolutely disgraceful. You can't just get 56 unvetted people into a home place in the middle of a town. You can't. I have nothing against people coming here that need help, but 56 males that you have no idea where they're coming from, what their story is, it's just not right. Like, if you can't get a council house unless you have a vetted, why can 56 males go in the middle of a town where there's kids at a school playground right across the road? I just think it's a disgrace.
Our big concern is 56 men in one house it's not good. It's not a good picture to look, and it's directly across from the town park as well. And that's a big scare for people that have children.
That I don't know where they're coming from. They're unvetted, and I'm not comfortable about them coming in here, especially when my family are up there as well.
I mean, how do you feel walking around Fermoy at the moment?
Honestly, I have 2 young kids. I don't walk around town anymore. I'll come downtown to do what I have to do once a week, and other than that, I'm not comfortable walking around with 2 small kids. It's frightening. We don't know. You're kind of looking over your shoulder a lot, and look, the evenings are getting darker. So, there's a lot of fear, I feel, especially for women my age.
I don't feel safe anymore. If I come down to town here by night, like I used to do before, I just don't feel safe because there's too many people and we don't know anything about their background. Too many people hanging around, and especially for girls and children and that. So even during the day, the country's after changing so much.
Have you heard or seen any increase in trouble since these refugee centres have opened up in your town?
Well, we're hearing an awful lot of reports about rapes and different attacks in the town. Now, I can't confirm whether it was refugees or who did it. Now, we don't know that the events did happen, but we can't. I can't say who did these crimes. But what I'm hearing is that it is foreign nationals.
There definitely has been changes. There definitely has been more trouble, especially where women are concerned. There's been assaults.
There's been, I think it's 4 or 5 actual sexual assaults that we know of. There's been a couple of cover-ups from down Barnan. Maybe they're not cover-ups, maybe we're just not after hearing the news yet. But yeah, we're hearing a lot. We're hearing that there's been a bit. There's been shoplifting going on in the town, and the shopkeepers are telling us they can't speak about it because there are ongoing investigations. So yeah, it is. The crime in the town has gone up significantly, definitely.
If you had one thing to say to the people in the media or the politicians, what would you like to say to them?
Stand up for us, stand up for your people, stand up for the children that are growing up in the future. They have no voice at the moment, and how can we stand and say to them in the future, we didn't do nothing for you, we were afraid to stand up for you? And they'll say, why didn't you stand up for us? Why should they grow up in a troubled future when we had such safety growing up?
Maybe open their eyes and see the bigger picture. A lot of them are far, far away from it all. They don't seem to be thinking of their wives, their children, their daughters, their nieces. I don't think a lot of people realise how bad things are until it's close to home, like it is to us now in Fermoy. Like it's on our doorstep now, and I think a lot of them can hide away from it. They've all got a lot more protection than what we have. So I think they really do need to open their eyes, and they need to see what can happen. There's been enough assaults, there's been enough media coverage on what has happened, but they just don't. They're not putting their own people first.
But preserve the people of Ireland. Keep our identity as a whole instead of just giving it away to I don't know why they're doing this, fulfilling a promise to other nations for no reason. I don't understand it. We're a small nation, but we're taking in a massive amount of immigrants and unvetted and giving away homes. It doesn't make sense to me.
Wouldn't Abbeyville House be an amazing place to put some of our homeless Irish children instead of 56 men that have recently just came here?